is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Mandalorian. My name is Cody, and today we are taking a look at the Hot Toys Death Watch Mandalorian. And I got this figure. This figure is about 4 or 5 years old. I believe it was debuted in 2020 and started shipping to people in 2021 sometime. So this is about 4 or 5 year old figure. But I did pick this up at ICC this past May when I met my buddy Hyperdrive Collections in person. This was also me and Mrs. Stone, my wife. This was our first Comic-Con or Toy Con, whatever you'd like to call it. So it was absolutely awesome, man. I scored this guy for 110 bucks, you know. So it being an older figure, obviously that's anytime you get a hot toy for under 150, I feel like you're doing pretty good. But this thing, I was gonna get a Mandalorian hot toy. It was only a matter of time. My Clone Wars Darth Maul, that was a gift from my cousin. Got the Transport Trooper for free. Then I got I got this one. Then I got Commander Cody. So it was just kind of like an avalanche effect from there. But without me yapping too long, just the whole story behind getting this and the representation, that what it means to me. And I even have the whole transaction. I have everything on video of me talking the guy down. So that was all. My buddy Hyper was there. My wife was there. It was a really, really awesome and fun time. So with that being said, let me quit yapping. I know y'all want to see this figure. Let's take a look at it. Just a real quick look at the front of the box here. You can see we have an image of the Death Watch Mando, and then going down to the chrome aluminum inlaid Star Wars logo, and then we have like a little slip sleeve with the Death Watch Mando on it. We have the model number, I reckon that is the TM S026. Love this image right here. Here on the side of the box is another image of the Death Watch Mandalorian Trooper. I really like this shot as well, and then just that gray-black color scheme continuing up the side of the box. Side of the box again continues with that black and gray color scheme, and then we get down to the other side of this little slip sleeve. We have the Death Watch Mandalorian. And here is the back of the box. You can see we have all the legalese and such, some other wording. You can pause that and read that if you like. And here on the top of the box, as always with most Star Wars hot toys, is just the Star Wars logo written in white. Written in white. What the hell, Cody? What the hell? Written in white. There it is. And once again, same deal on the bottle. You can see that we have the Star Wars logo written in white. And you can also see this bottom of this hot toys. It's got some shelf wear on it. This guy's been around. So here we are. We're going to take the lid off box here, and then you're greeted with this really, really badass freaking slip cover, dude. I love this image a whole lot. So I'm gonna take this out real quick. Just look at that, dude. That is awesome right there. How badass. Put that to the side for a moment. Now here we are. You can see the figure and its blister, clamshell, whatever the hell you'd like to call that. Got some flame accessories over here. We have his West Star pistols. This is awesome, dude. And here's the Death Watch Mando open with out of the blister, and there's a whole lot going on here, man. We have 2 pairs of alt hands. We have some awesome flame effects here. We have the jetpack, the West Star pistol, and I forget the name of this blaster as well, but it looks exactly how it does in the Mandalorian. Super excited. He looks amazing. The soft goods, the stitching looks awesome. The weathering is perfect. I am very excited for this figure, man. This is my first Mandalorian hot toy, and I love the Death Watch. Even in the Black Series, I know I'm not comparing Black Series to Hot Toy, but obviously just the design, the aesthetic of this Mandalorian specifically, with the brown soft goods and that like kind of dulled blue over top. There's something about it that I just love. So with that being said, just real quick, we'll go ahead and look at the hands here. You see we have some just regular C-grip paint, or I'm sorry, not C-grip. We have a fist here in the left hand, in my left hand, I should say. Good sculpt detail. And then we have a trigger right hand here in my right hand. Great detail on those. Those look phenomenal. And then here we go. Now we have a left fist, sculpted very nicely. And then left hand trigger finger, I should say. Those look pretty good. Then this is what I'm excited for, man. We got two really awesome flame effects. Let me see if I can try. Look at these, dude. These look awesome. I really like the way that these look. Got some cool texture on there. Very cool. Put these down for how the hell do they go like this? Yeah, there we go. I like the display of Hot Toys too, man. Just seeing how they like pack everything in the box. So freaking cool. Then we have the jetpack here with some very nice weathering on it. I love that like powder blue it's got going on, and these do articulate. Sorry for hitting the camera, y'all. A little bit of articulation, not a whole lot. There's the bottom, there's the inside, just to show y'all real quick. Really nice paint detail. Just look at that, man. It's awesome. Put that down for a moment, then getting here to the West Star. I believe these are West Star 35s. Correct me if I'm wrong, somebody in the comments. But man, the sculpt on this is crisp, and just the weathering is so minute, but it's just enough, man. So that is cool, freaking awesome. And I'm blanking on what this one is called. It's one of my favorite accessories in the Black Series. I just like the way it looks overall. Some slight weathering here on it, looking really good. And the texture there on the pommel, I'm sorry, not the pommel, but the grip. And the foregrip as well, looking really nice. Looks like you could put some like blast effects in there. It's pretty cool. I like the glossiness on the scope here, like right on the end of the scope there, the ocular. This is awesome, man. Super sweet sculpt, very badass. And then I'm assuming this is an extra armor piece. Oh, that's cool. It's got like some Velcro. That's nice. Wondering, I'm reckon I'm gonna figure out where that goes in just a moment. It almost looks like an alternate piece for the shin armor, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll figure out in just a second. But and then getting onto the figure itself, here he is, dude. Sorry, I'm hitting my damn camera. Just y'all know I'm gonna give y'all a better look in just a moment. I like oh man, this is awesome. Look at the weather on the boots here, man. Look at that. The stitching on this soft goods is just superb, man. Dude, this is rad. Look at how beat up he is. Look at that gloss on the visor. So freaking cool. Let me get this guy out. Let's get the stand, and then we can take an even better look at it. Look at the holster on him, dude. That is awesome. Yeah, let's take a closer look at this guy. Let me get set up real quick. And way down here in the back of the box, I just pulled this up from right here. You can see we have the stand. He's got some footprints here. Show it's got like a little gravelly effect. It says Death Watch Mandalorian, Star Wars. Looking really badass. There's just some bottom Lucasfilm stuff. And then, I didn't realize this. Oh, whoops. Check this out. This has me pretty hyped. Looks like we got a bendy stand. How freaking epic is that? I did not realize that. So this has me very excited. I may very well end up putting this Mandalorian in a mid-flight pose. So this is going to be really cool. Let's see what we can do with this. All right, we're just going to get set up here. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the base here. And I am kind of filming off screen. I can't really see what I'm doing here, so I'll just try to make a kind of a wide shot where I could get most of it in view. So this goes right down in here. Yep, just like that. And then so this is cool. It just literally slides in. There's just a smooth. There's no lip or notches or anything like that. Just slides right in, and you can see the threads on the inside. Make sure y'all can see those. Yeah. threads. Then we have some threads on the end of this stand right here. So we'll do that real quick. All right, so there's the stand, and look at that, dude. And I can tell by the way this feels that this is gonna hold some weight. What you may wanna do, I see it kind of, I would hold this while you are moving and manipulating the wire rod here, and just be very careful. You just wanna be, you don't wanna end up damaging the stand or anything like that. That looks pretty damn awesome. He looks badass, dude. Magnificent. What I love about the Death Watch Mando is the like kind of grayish brown undersuit, the blue, and then this slight purple that they have on the visor here, man. It's so hard to tell. It's a very weak, faint purple, but God, man, it accents the helmet and the armor so much. And this is just like it looks in the show. This is just like the Black Series. It's got that weird, like dry, sand brushed look to it, you know? Is the rangefinder is movable. Check that out. I like the way it looks up, of course. What an exceptional looking figure, man. Look at the stitching on this guy. Absolutely incredible, dude. Just the level, the attention to detail on Hot Toys, obviously we all know. It's unmatched, man. Look at the dents in here, man. It just looks grungy and dirty, and oh, it's so awesome, dude. Got a little bit. Look at the paint on that. The silver. I would really love if this was like actual leather. It's like pleather though. So curious how that's going to hold up over time. Just keep it in good conditions. But I like the weathering on the shoes there too. Very, very nice. Look at the stitching, man. Awesome level to detail. Oh man, this is so bad. And just the gloss on the visor is so freaking clean. Look at that. That is awesome. As far as head articulation goes, you can get some nice side to side, get some down and up. I don't want to stress it too much. I know this is a 4 or 5 year old figure at this point in time, so it's definitely dated. Got some Velcro underneath there for the shoulder pads, so you can take those on and off very easily. Arms go up that high before I start getting any kind of stress. I don't want to do it. And then just with the, you can see it kind of pulling the cloth there. Just want to be careful of that. He does have a single elbow, been in there. Swivel at the wrist, of course. Let's see what kind of, we got a horizontal hinge or like some ball hinges. Looks like a horizontal hinge. Vertical hinge. Yeah, kind of, it's almost like one of those weird split hinges. Depending on which way you turn it, you can make it a vertical or you can make it a horizontal. So that's interesting. Very cool. And the sculpt of the hands is just on point too. Like the proportion of the fingers is very nice. And then the belt, dude. Look at the belt right here, man. That's just, look at the stitching on here. I'm trying to get it focused. Move his damn arm out the way. Look at this. Look at that, man. It's so cool. And this is magnetic. Look at that. That is so cool. Look at that, dude. That's crazy. That is neat right there. That is just next level, dude. And look at the stitching here on the elbows. Just pure, just a piece of art, man. A pure piece of freaking art. I don't know if these are Velcro right here or what this is. I don't want to mess with it too much, but it does have a nice feel to it. This almost feels like actual leather right here, honestly. Just look at the stitching. I hate to keep bringing it up, but like, just look at that, dude. To make soft goods look this good on a figure is just incredible. With the belt, it's got a really nice leathery look. The pouches are awesome. So freaking cool. You got a thigh swivel right here. Got a single knee, get it to about that far. Let's see what kind of, as far as the ankles go, get down by that far. Get some up and back and forth, get some rocking back and forth, some side to side tilt. I just want to be careful just because of the, you'll crease the boots and such. But a lot of ankle mobility. You have the thigh swivel. What, there's knee rotate? No, just, okay, so just the thigh swivel, of course. Is there butterfly? So yeah, we got a butterfly joint in there. That's pretty nice. Bicep swivel. You can see that turning separately on its own. So that's pretty cool. I would reckon there's some kind of diaphragm cut There's a little bit of back and forth here. Not a whole lot of lateral side to side movement, but there is more ab crunch motion, so that's pretty, and his foot just fell off. Let me grab that real quick. Okay, I got his foot back on. Call him Footloose, call him Kevin Bacon Mandalorian. And here's that Velcro, kind of like thigh armor right here, and I'm assuming you can change it out for the smaller bit, I'm assuming, and do something like this. Just one's a little bit bigger than the other. Kind of, not gonna lie, I kind of like the smaller look. It's kind of like asymmetrical a little bit more. Kind of like that. But then again, that looks good too. I guess it really just depends on you know, on preference. So yeah, there is that, man. He looks awesome. And I'm gonna go ahead and just plug these up because I plan on displaying him with these. Let's just see how these look real quick. And I'm already liking what I'm seeing. Already liking how it's looking. Yeah, buddy, look at that. Look at that. That is phenomenal, dude. The vibrancy of this plastic is gorgeous, and it's got like it goes like to a more orangish to like a slightly lighter orangish yellow. That is beautiful. And I'm assuming the stand holds it right in there, like right on this piece, I'm assuming. Now what I'm curious about is how this goes onto the back of him. We're gonna take a look at that. I might need to look at the directions, honestly. Let's just go ahead and fill up his weapon storage here. Let's see how the Westar fits into his holster here. Let's go for it. Oh, beautifully. Dude, no trouble at freaking all. That was awesome. Now, with this magnet, yeah, look at that. Dude, that is clean. That is so freaking dope. I love when there is weapon storage on a figure. That is so cool, dude. I am vibing with that. See, now I don't feel like I have to. Now I feel like it's also adding to the figure. You might not see it, but from certain angles. But just that little bit of blaster showing, it just adds a little bit to the figure, you know. And what I really want to display him with, and I need to damn Google the name of this because I figured I would have figured it out by now. I keep blanking though. I really want to display him with this rifle though. This is just, it's kind of Boba Fett, kind of EE3 looking, little Boba Fett vibe. Okay, so I just found the extra hook in the bottom of the box, the nice strong spring, and they even got the inside with some nice like felt material so it doesn't like scar up or mess up the soft goods or the armor or paint on your figure. So that's pretty, it's a strong spring too, man. And guess what, because I'm a noob to Hot Toys, guess what these are right here? They're magnets. Look at that, dude. They're freaking magnets. And I know about magnets and Hot Toys, but dude, that is awesome. You take it off, look at that clean look. Put it on, look how easy that is. Oh, and then I drop it, dumbass. And of course with Hot Toys, these are good quality materials, but you see how small that peg is there. You want to be, and they do come with replacements, of course, but you just want to be careful when you're changing the hands out. Look at that beautiful below 90 bend right there. That's nice. That's going to come in handy for a lot of poses. Something else that's really nice is the floating knee pads with the elastic strap on the back. So that's really nice. Obviously, you can just pose it and move the knee pad where you need it exactly. That's really, really nice, which Black Series also implemented the past couple of years. Was it like a floating knee pad? So one issue that I'm running into displaying my Death Watch Mando with the flame effects with the jetpack is getting him high up on the stand enough, getting it around his waist where I want it to be, where it's more secure. These flames keep getting in the way of where the stand is, so it just doesn't want to, it's just not working very cohesively, and it's getting a little frustrating. So I was really trying to put him in like a mid-flight stance, like something like how I had him was something similar, I kind of had something similar like this going on, like a mid-flight, you know, blast off, but it's just not working. I'm getting really frustrated, so I'm going to have to go for something a little bit more simple. Also, looks like we got some boot articulation. So there is my review on the Death Watch Mandalorian by Hot Toys, and y'all know I'm still a little nervous when it comes to articulation with these figures, especially with this one being an older one. I do feel like I had a slight issue, a slight defect with this left boot. The ankle joint keeps wanting to pop out, but it's very slight. Once it bites, it just doesn't want to hold on, but it does stay on, just not securely enough to my liking. But that's just a nitpick. This is a 4 or 5 year old figure. The stitching on the soft goods is absolutely exceptional. I am so impressed with that, especially in the elbows and just down the pants and the groin region, and on the fox leather or leather vest piece underneath the magnetic jetpack, and just that as well. The magnetic jetpack just really sets this apart, man. Hot Toys with the way they do, and the magnetic strap here on the holster for the West Star 35, absolutely awesome, man. And the paint, the Death Watch insignia is on point, dude. Chef's kiss. It is perfect. We have all the accents of the little bit of like offish white gray there on the thighs and the shoulder armor. Absolutely awesome. And I like this little strip of brown around the boots here. It is so accurate to what you see on screen in the Clone Wars, and that's what I love about Hot Toys is they don't miss, man. They get the attention to detail is next level, dude. All the sculpting for the gauntlets and just the armor itself, all these dents and crevices and scratches and scrapes, and just that like weird like sandblasted powder coated look that the blue has. I love it, man. I love it so much. And just the color scheme of the darker blue with the bits of lighter blue shining through, and then this like grayish brown soft goods, it just really complements each other, man. There's something earthy but also like modern about this outfit, this Mando design. And the Death Watch crew just in general, well, I know some people could argue that they were, you know, domestic terrorists for Mandalore, but you couldn't argue they were getting shit done. They meant business, you know. Not saying I agree with their tactics per se, but they meant business. There's no doubt about that. But this figure, again, I would like to see like actual leather other than this like pleather type stuff. I'm curious as to how this is going to hold up over time, but I'm pretty good about taking care of stuff, so I'll do my best. I'm sure it'll be fine, and I don't plan on really posing these up a whole lot anyways. This is probably how he's going to stay on the shelf for quite some time. But getting this thing 5 months ago to LCC with my buddy Hyper, and for $110 and now finally having it out of the box and about to get it in my glass cabinet and the shelf and the display, such an awesome feeling, man. It's so righteous, and this represents more than just Mandalorians. It represents more than Star Wars. It also represents just a sense of toy community and camaraderie and brotherhood that I have with my friend Hyper and just everybody else that I collect and yap with. And not to mention that I was there with my wife, Mrs. Stone, she is my best friend. So anytime I get to do something that I'm passionate about, she's always there every step of the way. I'm so lucky to have someone so supportive in my life, friends, family, and my spouse. But with that being said, y'all, let me quit yapping. Y'all don't want to hear about how thankful I am. Y'all were trying to see this badass figure, and I would highly recommend picking this Death Watch Mando up. I know it is a slightly older figure. It's a little bit dated per se, but man, the soft goods does deliver. The sculpt is perfect, and the paint is awesome. It's just so awesome, dude. So with that being said, everybody, without me yapping any longer than I need to, highly recommend you pick up this figure if you're interested in it. I am so excited. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already. I would really appreciate it. I also have a channel membership if you'd be so kind to check that out and maybe even join if you're in a position to do so. I would really appreciate that. So with that being said, y'all, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. The glass cabinet is filling up quick. It's been very fun opening my Hot Toys, getting this thing full. Obviously, it's not full of Hot Toys. That'd be awesome, but not yet. Pokemon, dinosaurs, other stuff or whatever, but this top shelf exclusively for my Hot Toys, and I am just super excited to be finally getting them out and a part of my collection and my display overall. And this glass cabinet it's so clean. It just helps accentuate and really show all the angles, and yeah, I'm so stoked, man. So with that being said, we are adding not the final, but the third hot toy, Death Watch Mandalorian, right here, dude. So let's go. Number 3, baby. I've been waiting for this moment for a very long time. You know what I might do? Because of how I have this pose, I think I'm actually going to switch out. Maul and this Death Watch Mando real quick. I'm actually going to slide Maul right over here. Whoops. Kind of tilt him like this. Yeah. Alright. Here It is, man. I am pretty freaking psyched. I've been waiting for this moment for a very long time. This is awesome. Now my next step is I gotta start getting some light into this cat. That's gonna make it pop and just take it to the next level, dude.